soul, soul to soul, soul to soul, soul to soul, soul to soul.
If your face is full of worry, you will cause others to worry. Is this a good thing? Hello and welcome to Soul Talk Show. This is Pooja, and today we have with us a wonderful spiritual personality, Sister Kashish from Indonesia. She's been practicing rajyoga meditation for the past 12 years. Welcome, Sister Kashish.
Hello and Om Shanti.
Shanti. Sister, to begin with, please tell us something about your childhood.
In what context?
Like who all were there in your family, where you were born.
Okay, I was born in a part of India and Calcutta, and when I was a 6 months baby, brought from there to Dubai as my dad started having his business over there, and ever since then I have lived there. So I have educated there. I have my lifestyle there, my friends, family, everyone, and grew up there. And at the age of 25, I moved to Indonesia as I got married. So ever since there, it's been 11 years now, I'm living in there.
As a child, what kind of interests you had?
I had a lot of interest with art, but I was very much into spirituality. When I used to come back from my uni, I used to have a desk of drawers. When I used to open them, I used to have books with Buddha, with Sai Baba and Bhagavad Gita, and I used to try to understand what every book was saying and who actually God is. So this is how, it was like an extensive research I was doing. And then at the same time, I was telling God that, look, I'm going to find you, somehow or the other. I'm not going to leave any book or anything which is undone, because I want to see where I can actually find you.
And that was at what age?
After 17 was more. But somehow or the other, I always felt sustained by God. And this is why my quest to find Him. I think I always felt like I was a little child of His. And so I wanted to, go ahead with my feeling, because I wanted the same love that maybe I had got a cycle ago. So,
what religion your family followed?
my family, we are Hindus, and we worship the deities a lot. And now that I'm married, in my in-laws' family, they worship the gurus a lot, which is something very new for me, because gurus for me is a very human factor, whereas deities for me is more divine, I should say, more divine human beings. And it was surprising for me to see sannyasis being worshipped in Shiv temple back in Indonesia. And it was quite very surprising, because usually sannyasis or gurus do not have temples, and people do not build temples to them, but we build temples to deities. So this is one thing that was a little surprising to me, that people could really, extensively worship gurus, and where there is no name and trace of God. So this was a new discovery for me when I went to Indonesia.
Something about your academic life.
Okay. My academic life was very fun, and I had many friends, and we used to interact with each other. And as I was joining my Bachelor of Business Administration, I was very satisfied with my friends and very okay. But some way or the other, I felt this pull towards knowing God. I always felt this. So I knew that after I finished my Bachelor of Business Administration, I will definitely study and do something, and maybe not get married as fast, but study and work and do something. But some way or the other, I just knew I had a fatherly sustenance coming from somewhere, but I didn't know what. And as I got and as I met few friends in my university, uh, they actually very close friends of mine. And once we went out for a fun gathering to the mall, and she happened to drop me home, and she spoke to me a lot about God and things like that. We discussed, and then in the end, she had a picture of Brahma Baba, and she said, he'll protect me. And that time I used to be very much into bhakti, so I wasn't understanding what she was trying to tell me. And I just said, whatever, anyway, I believe in God, and I left the car. And then a couple of months later, in my university, I happened to finish my BBA, and I joined fashion design, where I have studied extensively, and we wanted to do a degree course. The first day I went in, I came out of there and I said, you know what, I think I want to do something else now. And actually, I've been always interested in fashion design. And then I met this friend of mine again,
And you left that?
the same friend of mine, and we started to chat. And next day she decided not to come, and I decided not to come. But it so happened, the drama and God's will, that we both ended up, and both our parents insisted that we must join this. And we met there, and after that we started discussing God and spirituality. And one day we had this assignment where only 2 people were supposed to be in a group, and she was in a group with me, and we did an assignment on India, on culture, where we spoke a lot about spirituality, and her mom walks in from the Brahma Kumari Center, and then she said, why don't you invite your friend? I think she will like it. And so from there, I started knowing God, I started enjoying this. And right after that, in December 2002, if I'm not mistaken, after New Year's, we were taking a walk on the beach, and I told her, can I visit the center, please? And the sister in charge there in Dubai, I went and talked to her, and she right away put me in the meditation room. After that, my journey has been unimaginable. It has just been like I found who I was looking for. And and after that, I wasn't even allowed to have do a course or move out, because I'm coming from a family where my father was a little protective about me, that 9 o'clock girls have to be home. And and I don't know how, I have had a beautiful journey since then. 2 months after that, I even got married. But I apparently got to know that my husband lived 5 minutes away from the center, and then it has been a wonderful journey. And ever since then, I've known God, been with him, and I still have the thirst to know him more, even after having so much.
Sister, which deity in particular you used to follow before coming to this knowledge?
The first time when I went to meet Baba at the center, the deity that I was following that time was Ganesh, because I was a Ganesh. I was doing Ganesh Bhakti, and I had been told that they are a destroyer of obstacles, and you will be obstacle free. And so I used to chant the Ganesh mantra, listen to the Ganesh music, blast off that music, enjoy myself in the car, and was bringing this same friend to the center to meet Baba.
How you felt about when you worshipped Ganesha?
I felt happy and good, but I felt that I had to do a lot of hard work and a lot of chanting, a lot of thing, and I don't know what my attainment was. So I was a little, when you're doing something, you always want to know, when you have an aim, you always want to know what will your result be. But in this case, I was thinking that I don't know what is my result. I don't know where I'm going, but I'm just going to do it. And apparently it will bring me some good results. So I was just doing it.
Sister, you were talking about some assignment you did with your friend on India. Could you please tell us something about that?
Yeah, we were discussing, actually this assignment was on culture.
Was it your personal thing or related to some work?
No, it was related to our fashion design, but it so happened that I was surprised that a fashion design teacher could come up with an assignment on culture where this subject is not even related because we are doing fashion design. We are discussing designers like, Giorgio Armani, we're discussing Gucci, we're discussing, and where does culture fall in it? And so we did culture, and there we're discussing about, our dress, our dressing of the woman like a bindi, and we're discussing soul, and we're discussing that we wear a bindi, and the meaning of it is because we are a soul, and so
It was a part of assignment.
it is not, but we have to prepare an assignment. So we were doing on culture, and we were doing on India. She gave us an India. So we had to do the dress, we had to do, fashion design means everything with connected to dress, everything connected to, ornaments, every part of the dress that makes the attire look complete. So yeah, and we talked about how soul is, what is the meaning behind why do Indians wear bindi? Because we have to remind ourselves that we are a soul and not this body. And so we wrote these kind of things, and from there on, we moved on. It is as if God was connecting us together and He was showing us the path.
And what were the results of that?
The results of that were definitely good. Me and herself, we were always called in our teacher's room, and she always told us that your assignments are so amazing. How do you prepare them? And how do you do the research? She was so amazed with both of us doing all the assignments that we gave her. She was always amazed. She called us to her room and she always asked us, how do you do these kind of things? When do you start your research? She was curious, basically.
Sister, were you an emotional kind of kid?
Yes, I was. Yes, I was a little sensitive to, people telling me things, but apparently now I have grown in it, and I have, can say I have become a little stable with this, and I used to, cry a lot, but now I don't think I've ever shedded a tear since I've come to Baba's knowledge. I have become very stable and very mature and understanding what God wants.
Your sensitive nature was because were you overprotective by your parents?
Yeah, I was overprotected by my parents, and they loved me and they treated me like their princess or their doll that has to be protected, and that was.
Were you the only daughter?
Yeah, I was the only daughter till the age of 13, and then we got to know that my mom is going to have another baby, so she was my sister, and ever since then I helped her a lot, looking after her and bringing her up, and then now today when I go back, she's a big full grown up girl.
Were you happy as a child?
I was a content, very quiet child, very, very quiet, so that even so that my parents were amazed that how can you sit for New Year parties where we take you and you don't ask for food, you don't ask for drink, and you can just sit there on the chair, and early morning what we can do is take you out from this chair and bring you home. They were amazed with my kind of, qualities and personality, and because even the friends, they were like, your daughter is like amazing. Our kids won't sit like this quiet on a chair.
Were you an introvert kind of person?
I was an introvert kind of a person, yeah. Yeah.
And what made you to be that like that?
I think when I was a child, I was a little extrovert, much into games, organizing people, organizing things. But introversion came to me when I started seeing people's behavior and people's attitude. It's just not what I want, because I want to progress in my life, and I think this can be done with silence. It cannot be done with a lot of talking and a lot of chatting and wasting your time. You know, when you're in silence, you can attain what you want. You can come to a when you know, you have your eureka movement, when you can say, okay, eureka, I found this, I discovered something, you know. So I believe in, and I think introversion has done me this good, that I've gone into silence for that. But it's not that I'm not a friendly person, on, you know, it's usually mistaken like I have ego or I do not want to communicate, but it's not really like that.
Were you very shy?
um, Initially I was shy, and I discovered after coming to the Brahma Kumaris that shyness was not a good trait. You know, shyness was like, it was not a good trait, but it's good to be more open. It's good to be more, you know, frank and tell what you need to tell, express. It's good to express.
Sister, please tell us something about your college years.
My college years were very fun, very nice. I had an amazing time, but I actually felt that I wanted to do something else in my life besides studying like this for extensively for 4 years and getting my degree. I wanted to move on and do something. So once it even happened that I got a very nice job offer, and you know, completely ready with my outfit and my jacket, and my dad says, you're not going, you know, because I want you to work with me. I think he was overprotective about me. So you know, and I was a little upset with him for that. But yeah, that was uni life.
Did your parents give you that much of freedom to express your feelings?
um, No, they were overprotective about me, and they were very expressive about their views. So we used to respect that, and we used to just you know, keep quiet on that issue. So I was not very, you know, open and expressive to them at that point of time. I actually was in a point where before marriage I felt that I want to work and I want to do something and I want to know God. But I didn't do that because somewhere or the other, I felt that, you know, they will get me married and, you know, put me somewhere else if I say no to some nice person coming along. And you know, so I had a fear of telling them what I feel actually. I did have a little.
Whom you looked upon when you wanted to discuss something?
Uh, Whenever I wanted to discuss something, it would definitely be God and nobody else.
Did you have a thirst to meet God as a child?
Yeah, apparently, when I was in the end, just finishing my uni, I was also into Sai Baba and finishing my uni. And I'm telling God that I've done all kinds of bhakti, I've done everything. Where is it that I can find you? And now, if you're not going to meet me, I'm not going to, you know, worship you anymore, and I'm not going to look upon you anymore because I'm losing my hope, you know. So either you meet me, or, you know, it's like an ultimatum I was giving him. And apparently after that, I met this friend of mine whose family was into the Brahma Kumaris, and I got a very nice godly knowledge. I got to know God, be with God. So that was
Exactly what you wanted from God?
I think I loved him, and I just wanted him for him. That's all. I don't know why, but I just felt an eternal relationship with him, because I could, you know, you can, with God, you can be free and discuss things, and you can make me your friend. I used to feel a special glow on the deity's face, and I used to feel that, you know, maybe some way or the other, I can be a part of this. Maybe, you know, I can see my face wearing the dress and feel that enlightened and beautiful. Yeah, that's how my experience was while worshipping deities.
Thank you so much, Sister Kashish.
Thank you very much.
We'll be continuing our journey in the next episode.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
So,
Thank you for having us.
that was a nice journey with Sister Kashish. We got to know how she wanted to meet God and she searched for Him in at different things and different places. So we'll be knowing more about her journey in our next episode. Thank you so much for watching us.